Konnichiwa, my swordlings. Konnichiwa, and welcome to my humble abode. Welcome to the stream. What do you swordlings think? We have D-san, Foxu-san, A-chan, Vomi-chan, welcome. A-chan, welcome. Speku-san, Fon-san, Metu-san, welcome. Welcome. So, how is the audio? Is the music too loud? Or is it at a good balance? I can turn the audio up or down, depending. Audio is good. Okay. Always awesome to see a stream notification. Looking forward to starting the new year hanging out with the Hansi. Oh, Nag-san. Yokoso. Welcome to the stream. So yes, I decided to do the first stream of the year on YouTube. Oh, I see that the chat is really small. I'm using a new thing for let's see. Let's figure this out. You gotta be able to see the swordlings when they. Oh, but the text is a weird color. Okay. Well, we can't do anything about that right now. We have to keep that as it is. I will keep the live chat replay on the stream so you can see it afterwards, so you don't have to rely on the screen. Okay, make it smaller. There we go. Yes, I can't change the settings right now on the chat. But just check out the chat on that side of the stream. Or down there, depending. I guess. What kind of damine are you having, Sef-sama? Well, these ones right here, they are raspberry, mango, and melon flavored. Although I don't have ramen with me today, I thought it would fit the Japanese setting of the stream more if I had some ramen. For the next stream, I would like to get some. But yes, we're keeping the live streams going. I wanted a little bit of a new setup for the streams. Chef-sama, I need your advice. I heard someone say that the samurai weren't honorable fighters at all. That can't be right, can it? No, they are lying. They're most likely just jealous people. Whether they're other jealous Asians or Westerners who are jealous of the culture. That's usually how it is. The cow. Oh. Yes, that's That's Necopara. Is that from? I bought some strawberry Pocky. Oh, that's good. That's a good flavor. I prefer the matcha flavor myself. But the strawberry one is great. And of course, you can't go wrong with the chocolate original. Sif-sama, will you be reading JoJo's Part 9? Well, I will be at some point. Right now I have not finished Part 8. I started reading it a long time ago. But I've not been able to, sit down and read it. But I really want to. It was great, what I was reading at least. I'm so excited for what is to come to the Sephiroth Sword 57 universe this year. And you should be. There is a lot of really Sugoi things planned for the channel. I can't talk about it because I want the things to be a surprise for the Swordlings. But for now, all I can say is that I want to be able to have a video, at least 2 videos a month, that I'm working on, and ideally it would be great to have 1 stream every other week, so that we have a video and then a stream and then a new video and a stream. That is the ideal. Ideal schedule. Now, I don't want to have a day where I upload or do a stream, but somewhere close to the weekends is what I'm thinking. And in between that, we're also, which you Swordlings already seen, most likely. There has been 2 YouTube shorts on the channel, and those are going up now and then. I'm thinking around once or maybe twice a week, depending. And they will all be from old clips from my other videos, mostly for the new Swordlings that have shown up the last year or so that they can see really new cool stuff on the channel. So that is or old stuff from the channel. Oh, hi, Heinz-chan. Oh, arigato. Those are 200 Swedish crowns. That is great. I don't know. Oh yes, that won't be counting towards the goal. You won't be seeing it. So right here we have a goal for a new PC that I started a while ago, and I will be counting it towards this goal after the stream, but it won't be filling up because you can only do that for tips. Which, by the way, also, Womi-san, arigato for linking those videos. Now, let me just I'll put this in chat. Let's see. And this way, and I will be let's see, for the donation for the Dono goal. Click this link. There we go. So if you want to use that one instead, there is a link right there, which I will be pinning as well. There we go. So if you want to support me getting a new PC to make new videos for the channel and hopefully make videos more frequently, you can go ahead if you so want to. But of course, this goal would just be there until I get a new PC. Whether I meet the goal or not, we will see. But I will keep it up there in case Swordlings want to support the channel. That is all. Just take all the time you need, Sefsama. Know and understand that you cannot rush when making such awesome videos and reviews that you do. Yes, I am definitely taking my time, and I have been. I have a lot of videos planned already, so I don't. I already have a ton of videos that I plan to do for the next couple of months, and more is definitely gonna come. So look forward. Also, I will be reading the donation messages and supacha at the end of the stream, so I can read all of them. Chef-sama, I've seen that you have a Sugoi Falcon Club on your Discord server. I do not have a Discord server. My Discord server died a while ago. It got removed, and I don't know why. And the Discord doesn't know why. And it was just too much work to get it going again, and I just don't have that amount of time. Which, by the way, if you want to create a Sephiroth Sword 57 fan Discord and promote it on my streams or videos, you can do that. I will be pinning those to the videos and the streams that you, if you so want to. But I won't be making my own Discord channel as it is. Hello, Chef-sama. How are you? I just finished playing Chrono Cross. Really, Sugoi? It was super Sugoi. Do you like Chrono Cross too? I do. Chrono Cross is, I would say, my third or fourth favorite game on the PlayStation 1. It's a really good game, and you Swordling should play it. Speaking of, did you Swordling see the last review? Did you see Chrono Trigger, the definitive special edition review? I worked very hard on that video for a long time to make it as perfect as possible, and I've been able to, and now it's been able to replace the old review in the timeline. I can. Well, I am very happy with that. So if you look at the Sephiroth Sword 57 timeline playlist, you will see that video is the first video in the timeline. One could say you worked on it for 8 years. Well, that is true. I have been thinking about remaking it for a long time. Chef-sama, what do you think of the 13th... Oh, I've been wanting to play it. I've heard many good things. I have not played it myself yet. I know when it came out... I wasn't able to see any editing in the Chrono Trigger video. Did you just film it all 8 years ago? No, well, in the review itself, yes, that video was filmed 8 years ago. But the beginning part of the video, the intro, that part was re-recorded, and also there was some re-recorded lines as well. So there's new voice acting in the review. Better than a lot of re-releases that Atlus has put out. Oh, that is a lot of praise. Well, I wouldn't say I am better. I wouldn't say that I've released better than Atlus, but we are pretty much on the same level, I would say, when it comes to creativity, because I learned a lot from them myself. And I've been growing a lot. So I would say, objectively, or around the same level, I would say. The Persona re-releases have been super sugoi. It's really good that they're doing that. Speaking of Chrono Series, awesome job on the new review. I am really hoping for a Chrono Trigger remake in the 2D HD engine that Square Enix is using. Really a beautiful engine. That would be really great. I would like that a lot. I would be playing that. Come on, Square Enix. You can release that one. People really like Chrono Trigger. Now let's go up in chat a little bit. In case I missed something. No, okay. Well, I will be fixing the chat for the next stream. There should probably be an easy way to fix that. Where's Shadow? Well, as you know, Shadow was... after he was let go by Nintendo, Nintendo put him in a different dimension. So I can't reach him and I have not found him since. But maybe he will return one day. Sugoi, it was also seamless, masterful crafted. Arigato. Yes, I worked hard on it, so I'm thinking you're talking about the Chrono Trigger review. Yes, I was really happy with that one. So yes. Sef-sama, who is your Persona waifu? Well, I liked a lot. There's a lot of really kawaii females in the Persona series. For me, I would talk. Well, if we're talking about recently, Persona 5, Futaba is my favorite in that game. You're excited for the Like a Dragon Ishin. It looks so good. Oh yes, it does. I really need to play that. I never got to play the original game. And now we're getting a full-on remake? Count me in. I can't wait to play it. Is the playthrough video of Last Dream Central still up? The one on Dreamcast, PlayStation. I have been gone for a while, but would love to rewatch. Yes, it is up on the channel. The full playthrough is available. If you go into videos, there's a video called Last Dream Central Experience, I believe. That is the full video. Go and check that out. It's a long playthrough, but it's well worth it. By the way, welcome, Rinbisi-san. Yokoso. I don't know if there was an RPG Maker for Dreamcast. Maybe there was, because there was a lot of RPG Maker releases around that time. So I don't know. Sefsama, do you know of that guy who made a 14-hour-long Persona 4 review? No, I have not. Have you been inside a Don Quixote? Yes, I have. I've seen them in Yakuza games and hear that they have all kinds of cool anime stuff. They have pretty much anything. It's like a big convenience store. I went into 2 different ones, but I didn't really have time to go into the other ones. I have been, I went exploring a lot in Japan when I was there, so I mostly went into other stores. But I did went into there. I bought a actually. I bought a ramune to drink. Arigato, Vomi-san. But also, they have pretty much anything. Video games, clothing, food, of course, accessories, all kinds of stuff. So yes, I would recommend, especially if you live there. My food gets cold? Yes, I have some food here, but I was waiting. I'm thinking about waiting until after the stream before I eat any of it. Oh, Sef-sama, it would be so much fun if you could host and stream a game of, for example, Jackbox. I don't know what that is. So we in chat could play games with you. Any chance of this becoming a reality? Well, I don't know what that is, but I will look into what that is and if it's something I could do. Now, it's hard to set up things and play with the swordlings. I did do a Fightcade stream a long time ago. That was very hard to set up and only a couple of swordlings could participate, but it was a very fun time. It was just with the setup that I have right now and my computer, I probably wouldn't be able to handle it as it is at this moment. But that would be cool. You can make quizzes and stuff with that game. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. I have not heard of it before. I have been playing Persona 4 Golden, now that it's out on PC. Oh, you're playing it on PC. Well, I guess that's fair. Rita-chan for me is super sugoi. Yes, she is great. That's a great character. Seth, I am concerned about the future of PlayStation. The Japan studios were closed down, and then the headquarters moved to California. Does Sony still have enough Japanese spirit? No. I think you're getting it wrong. The headquarters is still in Japan. If you look at if you just go to Wikipedia, you'll see that the headquarters is still a Japanese based company. Don't worry about that. That western side, they're just putting they're just covering the west, not Japan. So don't worry. Sony is doing fine, so don't worry about that. Yes, you don't have to worry. They won't be corrupted by yes. You don't have to worry. They focus on their own stuff. Will I get a beard like you one day? Well, maybe. Maybe if you have good hair growth, then maybe. Yes, there's still Japanese studios making games, and there's a lot of Japanese games coming out for the PlayStation 5. Don't worry. Don't worry, my swordlings. All right. There was something else I wanted to talk about. The channel. Well, I was mentioning the YouTube shorts. Those are going to go up once or twice a week, like I said, depending on. And there will just be small clips to promote the channel and show older swordlings that haven't seen those clips. They will see it, and then they can go watch the full review. Because I know some new swordlings might not have watched the older stuff, which is very important to keep up with the story. So that's why I'm doing those. Chef-sama, do you think there's a chance that Sugoi Japanese developers gets corrupted when they get into short contacts with filthy Western wannabes? Well, it depends. Unfortunately, there might be some developers that are easily influenced. Now, truly masterful and talented game creators like Hironobu Sakaguchi would never betray Japan or listen to any Westerners, because he knows they are wrong, and he just wants to create masterpieces for people to enjoy. Since most Western games just focus on making money and nothing else, they try and put that into the mind of Japanese people, so that they can get the upper hand, well, Japan they want to force Japan to make worse games so that they can compare themselves to them. It is very obvious when you see a lot of people, especially developers. You see them on Twitter all the time. How they keep praising themselves and their accomplishments, and they've made complete garbage. And you can tell that they don't really care about their product. They just want to say they care to trick people into buying their games so they can make money. That's what they're doing. Chef-sama, do you think there's a chance that Oh, I already read that. Chef-sama, what are some good anime shows you're currently watching? Well, my favorite one running that is going right now is Onimai. You should watch Onimai. That it is really funny and really kawaii. You should watch that. It's a really good show. Very well animated. So go check that out. I also been watching Blue Lock, which is a football anime. It is really good. You should watch that as well. Especially after how amazingly Japan did in the World Cup. It'll probably put you in the mood to watch more. I'm sure Joachim would make a great poke. Yes, he would. That's actually a really good. I don't know. I don't know if he would be up to doing it, but oh, I didn't read the full message. I really enjoyed the Manzai bit in your Zelda. Yikes. Breath of the Wild video. Yes, very much so. My dream is seeing you and Joachim doing a Manzai bit. Okay, yes. Is it spelled Onimai? Yes, exactly. That's how you spell it. For you swordlings who don't know Japanese yet, that's how you spell it. Does Joachim still read a lot of hentai manga? Oh, you mean from the That's right. I don't know. I have not talked about. He is not very open to talking about stuff like that. But I'm sure he does. I'm sure. What do you think of Western localizers altering the dialogue of Japanese media? Terrible, awful. It's obvious they're obviously doing it to sabotage Japanese media. That's all they're doing. Don't get me started on that. That is awful, disgusting human beings. They should be locked up, is what I think. But anyway, Joachim seems a bit shy about such topics. You think so? Maybe. I don't know. Who's your favorite Nekopara character? I'm actually not sure. It's been quite. I think I need to revisit Nekopara at some point so that I can make a truthful and objective analysis of the game and give you a correct answer. Waito-san, by the way, Yokoso. I don't know if I saw you earlier. And Kurto-san, Yokoso to the stream. If you ever visit Japan, will you do a vlog? That would be sugoi. Yes, I will. I will be making as many Japanese videos as I can when I go to Japan next time. Unfortunately, at the moment, that's something that will have to wait, but it will happen sooner or later. I don't have the right amount of income or the right. Well, I can't get off work to do it. But in the future, definitely it will happen. And I will also make sure to have someone with me who can help me film videos. What do I do for a living? I work half-time as a forklift driver at a local warehouse, which is it's pretty good. I can't complain. Good co-workers, and well, I only work 4 hours a day, and it is pretty. It's not a very hard job. I've gotten used to it. I've done it for how many years now? Many years. Although I took a break when I tried doing YouTube full time that one time. Yes, the song you heard was from Trails in the Sky, and so is this one that you hear right now. Just like Ryo Hazuki, yes. That's what I always bring up. That's the reason why I wanted to do it. Did you know that? That's usually what I bring up when people ask me why I did it and why I went for that. So yes, I've had a license since I was 18, so quite a while. It's getting closer to almost 20 years. In 2 years it will be, wow, it will be 20 years ago that I got my license. Sound like a fun RPG minigame. Yes, that's how I saw it. I was used to a lot of JRPGs. Well, Space-san, Kabuki-san, welcome, by the way. I had a lot of fun, in JRPGs when they have fishing minigames and other kind of minigames to unwind a little bit. Usually when there's a plot point that can be very, very heavy and you need to take a little break. The designers put the minigames in there for when you needed a break. Instead of, a lot of other games where you have to take a break and walk away from the game and turn the game off and do something else. But with JRPGs, they thought of it, so you can take a break in the game. Piet-san, yokoso. Welcome to the stream. I wish some objective reviewer could tell me what to think about the Trails series. They are really sugoi JRPGs, and you should play them. They have great story, well-written characters, and what more can you ask for? Classic JRPG gameplay. Yes, it's such a good idea. The Japanese really knew what they were doing with JRPGs. Are you a neko or inu person, Sef-sama? Oh, that's a hard question. that's a very hard question. I think if I would get if I had to choose between one of them, I would definitely be getting a neko, a cat. For those of you who don't know Japanese, mostly because it's easier to take care of, and they're also not. They're usually, most cats are very, very good sizes, so they won't take up too much space. Vandal Hearts is a great game. I have that game. I got that game. That was one of the PlayStation games I got for the PS1 when I wanted to play JRPGs. I remember that was one of the games I got. That was back at the time when me and Joachim used to buy JRPGs, and then we would borrow each other's games, so that we made sure not to buy doubles of the same game, so that we could trade them between us and play the games. I got Vandal Hearts and he got Persona that time, and we bought them together. And then we switched, so I get to enjoy Persona afterward. That was great. It's good times. Have you seen the Nier anime, and is it worth watching? I have not watched it yet. I should definitely do that. Mimu-san, yokoso. Any video for Crisis Core Reunion coming? Well, not that I have planned at the moment. I have a lot of other things planned, but you never know. Chef-sama, what do you think about the rumored Persona 3 remake? Would it ruin the original? No, because it's made by Atlus. It would be amazing. The PlayStation 2 Classic will always be great. So, and look what happened to the Final Fantasy VII remake. We got, not only did we got 3 games, or we're getting 3 games out of it. 4 if you count Crisis Core Reunion. From one game. Isn't that amazing? They could do something similar with Persona as well. Persona 3. Part 1 through 3. That would be really... That would be such a long game too. That would be fun. Chef-sama, have you ever tried out game development before? Well, of course, I am a game developer. Myself. If you go to my channel, you can check out the last Dream Central Experience, which is the first game I ever made. A full playthrough of it. Seiji-san, do I live in Japan? Unfortunately not. I don't live in Japan, but I will be moving there. I will move to Japan. When? I don't know, but I will be. It will be sooner than later. So what streamers will you be fighting? Well, you see, the name fighting streamers is it's a little joke. It's a little it's a little pun on the name Fighting Dreamers, which was the 4th opening of Naruto. Go by Flow. It is a great song that you should listen to. But one of the lines is, "We are fighting dreamers." And I thought, what if what if I made our stream, which started with me and Joachim many years ago, where we did fighting streamers, and it was me and Joachim. Now fighting streamers is just me, for the moment. But that's where the name comes from. Yes. They just announced a Nier Automata MMORPG. Really? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Alright, I have to look that up after the stream. That's exciting. Do you follow Resident Evil at all? Or not interested? I always look forward to a remake. So I am looking forward to RE4 myself. Yes, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be playing that. It looks very interesting. I liked Resident Evil 2 remake, although I couldn't really play much of it because it was very scary to play. But for those of you who don't know, I played Resident Evil since the very beginning, the first game on the PlayStation, which I got the same year it came out. I got it very close to release, and it was an unforgettable experience. Of course, I couldn't play the game myself. My uncle came over and helped me get through the game because it was very scary. And at the time, I was 10 years old. That's right. So it was hard for me to get through on my own. Can you say hi to my friend, Mr. Meatman? It was his birthday. Oh, Tanjobi omedetou, Mr. Meatman-san. I hope you had a great birthday. Batman would easily beat Goku. No, he would not. Let's not kid ourselves here. I don't know if you're trying to be funny, but no, that would never happen. And we all know that. Sefsama, have you tried fencing, Hema, or Kendo before? Kendo I have. I personally have trained a lot of Kenjutsu, and not so much Kendo. But it's good. It's good for you. A great way to help with a scary game is to have an army of swordlings by your side. maybe I should, for Halloween, maybe I should try and play a game and have the swordlings with me. In my opinion, games like Resident Evil are sugoi, but the developers need to make them not as scary. Why would I want to be scared playing a game? Well, yes, this is an interesting point, because yes, they are scary, but it does take away from the gameplay. Like I said, I haven't finished the game, and I know some people like scary stuff. I don't know why, but that is the point of the game, and it's masterfully crafted in that way. Objectively it's good, but at the same time, I wish I could experience the masterfully crafted game design without without having to pause the game when it gets scary. Sefsama, what was your favorite addition to the Chrono Trigger review? Well, the opening, I am very happy with the intro to the video. I'm talking about the first 4 minutes of the video. But the opening itself, of course, I'm really happy with, and also the part about Chrono Cross, which was desperately needed, I think. As you all know, in the original Chrono Trigger review, I went with the typical opinion at the time, and I made a little joke where I talked about how you shouldn't play Chrono Cross. But I've always been a fan of Chrono Cross. That was just a little joke. Like I said, I didn't in my posts and when I've talked about the review, is that something that I wanted to change in the original. It doesn't fit in with the current image of the channel, and I think it's good now. The review is really good now. What is your favorite anime studio? I would say that either Studio Bones, best studio. Well, Pierrot has always been one of my favorites. For obvious reasons. But as we know, the creator of the studio passed away a little while ago, a few months ago, and which is unfortunate. But of course, they worked on Bleach, they worked on Naruto, they worked on the biggest anime out there. What do you think about Japanese studios collaborating and associating with Baka Western games, which encourages gun violence and murder, such as Rainbow Six Siege and Fortnite? Well, that obviously they wouldn't make that choice if they didn't have to. We have to think about this. Do you see how many Japanese properties that are forced into Fortnite? Have you seen it? It's obviously not a collaboration. It's obviously blackmail. Now I don't know why they obviously they don't have any good characters of their own, so they have to steal from the Japanese to put in their games because they can't make characters. That is obviously one of the reasons. They don't have any talents. That's why they want to do it. Also, I wanted to mention a few hours ago, I uploaded a little behind the scenes video for the Chrono Trigger review. So, the Sephiroth Sword 57 Purasu channel, which is the second channel to Sephiroth Sword 57. You should go and check that out. There's some green screens in there that when I used in my review, and there's also some other small parts that was recorded. It's an interesting watch. I would suggest you check it out. Oh, there you go. Arigato, Wabi-san. Yes, check out that link. What do you think of English VTubers? That was a big mistake. They shouldn't exist. There's so many bad ones, and they're all. Every time I tried to watch one of them, they're very foul. They swear a lot, and they're gross. Some of them are just absolutely disgusting people, and they have to force their awful opinions onto others. Get into drama on Twitter and stuff like that. It should never have happened. If you wanna go watch good VTubers, go watch Hololive, Japanese only, and there you have. Those are the good ones. Now, I'm sure there are a few very respectful English VTubers out there. I'm sure they exist. But the bigger ones, the more famous ones, they are gross, and they're ruining VTubers. I have to go now, Seth. Arigato for the live stream. I can't wait to watch the Last Stream Center experience later. Oh, Rimbisi-san. Arigato, and have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Oh, who's my favorite Kudere and favorite Tsundere? There's so many to choose from. Kudere, I'm going to have to think about that. Tsundere, I was always I always really liked well, there's so many to choose from there as well. Luis from Zero no Tsukaima is one of my favorites. She's really kawaii. But there's so many of them. There's so many good ones. Which is worse, DMC 2 or the DMC reboot? You're talking about the Western Devil May Cry fake one? Yeah, that one obviously. That's the bad one. DMC 2 it's not that bad. It's not really a bad game. I think you should go play it again. Sure, it's not as good as Devil May Cry 1, 3, 4, or 5, but it's not bad. It's pretty decent. Especially compared to a lot of other Western games out there. So Kenny-kun, welcome, yokoso. What are some of your favorite Sega Saturn games? Oh, well. We have, of course, Shining Force 3. Great game. The Shining games on Saturn in general are great. All really good. And, of course, Panzer Dragoon Saga. Good. Very good. You should go play. Most fighting games, of course, Virtua Fighter 2, which is amazing. That was the first 3D fighting game that I played myself, and it was amazing. By the way, that came out the same year as Tekken 1, and you can compare the two games. Tekken 1 was considered to be very good looking for its time, and when you compare it to Virtua Fighter 2, Virtua Fighter 2 looks like a game. It looks like a game that came out in 2000. It looks so impressive, and that was 94. Do you like Guilty Gear? Yes, I do. It's a great franchise. I have not played Guilty Gear in a while. I mostly played a lot of Guilty Gear X2 on PlayStation. That was my Guilty Gear. Virtua Fighter Remix had online network play in 1997. That's right. The Sega Saturn was too advanced for its time. Yes, can you Stronglings understand? For those of you who were not, you probably don't understand. But at the time, could you imagine that you had two amazing companies, Sega and Sony, releasing, and they were both releasing systems with amazing games. Two at the same time. Now we only have Sony releasing good consoles. But at the time there was so much to choose from. I really wish I was able to get a Sega Saturn. They were too expensive where I here in Sweden. It was around $600 if we're talking dollars. Very expensive, so I had to settle for the PlayStation. It took too long to save up money, and I wasn't even 10 years old. So with the money that I've saved up for years, I bought the PlayStation with some games instead. I knew that it would take too long for me to get the Sega Saturn, so I got the PlayStation instead. And I got Jumping Flash, which is a very good game. that was a very fun platformer for the PlayStation 1. You said settle as it was a mistake. Oh yes, no, it wasn't. At the time I thought so. I thought, well, I rather want the Sega Saturn, but I guess I can go with the PlayStation. And then I realized, wow, the PlayStation is amazing, and it had the best game ever made, Final Fantasy VII. It was just a great time. And when I got into JRPGs, that's when I started gaming seriously. Oh wait, let's go up in chat. I missed a couple. Hold on. Dante looks so cool in that game. I think we're talking about Devil May Cry 2. I had to buy his cool getup and wear it in my real life to my university. Oh, that's cool. Could you get the outfit at the time? I wonder. I guess so. Because I know that some Japanese games were actually selling coats and stuff from their games as like a promotional thing. Sometimes Capcom would release 3 PS1 games a month. We didn't know how good we had it. It's true. And now we have to wait really long for games, which is understandable. Games are much harder to make nowadays, and they're very well, they don't want to just release games. They want to sit down and make sure that the games are the best they can be. Would you marry a fan? Well, not at the moment. If they were Japanese and live in Japan, then I would consider it, yes. Jumping Flash 1 and 2 are super Sugoi. Yes, you certainly should play it, it's very fun. I remember playing Jumping Flash 2, Big Trouble and Little Moo as a kid. That was really fun. Yes, it is. Or Bushido Blade. Do I? Yes. Yes, Bushido Blade I played a lot. Me and Joachim used to play that a lot. And just like Wami said, I featured it in the video as a little, well, as a little Easter egg for us two. Since we used to play it a lot when we were younger. It's a really cool and unique fighting game for the PlayStation. Final Fantasy 16, Hadok-san, you're talking about Final Fantasy 16? I am very much looking forward to it. It looks super Sugoi. I can't wait to play it. Important question. Are you team Tifa or Aeris? Right answer and I may make a donation for you. Oh, well, when I was younger, I was always team Aeris. And then I went back when I was a bit older and I started liking Tifa a lot more. But after playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, oh, Aeris is really good. Aeris was really, really good. I think I would still go with Team Tifa. You spend so much time with Tifa in Final Fantasy VII Remake. She's so kawaii in that game. Isn't that right, my swordlings? You agree, right? Sef-sama, I think you missed my question earlier about Sonic. Would love to see what you think. Let's see. What do you think about Sonic Frontiers? It was really fun. And also, if you had a chance to design the next Sonic game, what would you do? Oh, this is a fun question. Tifa is correct. But they're both really good. Let's not get it wrong here. Both Tifa and Aeris are very, very great females. They're very respectful. They're very hardworking, and well. I think it speaks for itself, and it's very obvious. They're great. They're great characters overall. Why do you hate Super Mario so much? Well, he's Japanese. No, you see, it was created by Nintendo, and Nintendo makes games. Well, they make disrespectful games. And they've always betrayed Japanese culture. And they obviously made that to appeal to Westerners. Japanese people don't play games like that. Japanese people, they enjoy good games. Like Final Fantasy. And Sega games. And such. what games are you most excited for in this new Sugoi year of 2023? Well, Final Fantasy 16 is gonna be exciting. I would very much like to play Street Fighter 6 when that comes out, but I don't know if I will be able to get a PlayStation 5 by then. So we will have to see. I also, but there's so many games. Hajimari no Kiseki comes out this year, and I want to play that. I forgot what the English title is for that, but I'm going to play that. I have the Japanese copy, but of course, I want to support Neon Falcom and their games. Trails into Reverie, that is the name, yes. What is your favorite country besides Japan? Well, any country will do. It doesn't really matter. I would say no, it doesn't really matter. I can't really say one, honestly. Oh. Follow my rainbow. Well, arigato for the 50 Swedish crowns, Kisan. Team Tifa. Yes, so how long? Okay, we've been going for an hour. In about 30 minutes, I'm going to be reading out the super chats that has been accumulated towards during the stream. So let's see here. Neo, I have played it. Yes, it was fun. What I played, but I haven't played more of it. I did play it for a couple of hours though. It was really good. Have I considered doing a video on Trails? No, not at the moment, but maybe in the future. We will see. I do have a lot of other videos planned though. Now Ninja Gaiden. I have played Ninja Gaiden, yes. I played Ninja Gaiden Sigma for the PlayStation 3, 1 and 2. They were really great. Chef-sama, if you have an unlimited budget, what kind of video would you most like to make? Well, obviously I would go all out and make a really cool set, similar to this one, except of course I'm using a green screen. But I would like to have an actual physical set similar to this one. And I would also, well, if we're thinking about a series, I would put a lot of, if I had unlimited money, I would put it into Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden and have a lot of cool props and actors. Could you imagine if I could get Takeshi Kitano be Takeshi for Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden? That would be amazing. Watanabe would also be really great. Just great Japanese actors. That would be really fun. And also when it comes to 2D characters, I would like to have some great Japanese voice actors as well. Seiyu. I would want a lot of Japanese Seiyu for Gaiden. Chef-sama, do you think the Dungeon Meshi manga will finish its run before the anime comes out? my patience for Eater is nearing its limit. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I have not looked into the manga too much. Of course, I'm the one who's very curious about new releases, so I always check them out when they come out, and I read the first chapter or two to see what they're all about. I've done that with a lot of manga over the years, and that was an interesting one. So I'm not sure. I have not kept up with it. Wow, the way you described your unlimited video sounds super sugoi. I wish I was a billionaire so I could finance it. Well, if there are any billionaires out there, I would very much take you up on the offer if you could finance Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden. So we can bring Japanese actors and seiyus into it, and also some special effects designers. That would be so cool. I want to create the number one best live action shonen anime. Seth-sama, when will we see more of Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden? When the first episode released, it was like watching a really awesome shonen anime. Yes, and well, I have been looking into it a bit more lately, but I can't make any promises when it's gonna continue, but it's going to continue. Hopefully sooner than later. Seth-sama, is there a Mrs. Sephiroth Sword 57? No, not yet. But like I said before, when I get to Japan, I would like to make a change of that. Seth-sama, what anime / manga have you been reading lately? I mentioned this earlier. I've been watching, well, the two that I mentioned was Blue Lock, which is really, really good. It's a really good football anime and manga. And Onimai. Onimai is my favorite this season. It's really funny and it's really kawaii, and you should watch it. They're both great. Those are my favorites at the moment. And I also started watching the Sen no Kiseki anime as well. I have not watched I only watched the first two episodes so far, but I want to watch more. But it is really great. Which of course is the Trails anime, the new one, which is really good. It's really cool because it is an original story that is not featured in any of the games, and it's part of. It is official. It is canon to the actual games. So it's very cool. Seth-sama, if offered, would you join the Yakuza? No, I would not. Absolutely not. The current Yakuza are the most dishonorable and biggest traitors to Japan. They're awful, and they're a bunch of criminals. So no, I would not. I wouldn't be better. I wouldn't be any better than Nintendo if I went and joined the Yakuza like they have. So that's right, Busan. That's right. Alright. Still got enough time. If you could create and design your own unique anime, separate from Chef Sword Gaiden, what would it be? Well, actually, the Sephiroth Sword 57 Gaiden story is actually an old concept I had for an anime, and it was gonna be called, if I remember right, it was gonna feature an original character. That's right. It was gonna be called Dimension Traveler Kensuke. Kensuke Dojinshi. Do you recognize that name, my sword links? It was gonna feature a Dimension Traveler called Kensuke Dojinshi. And I incorporated it into the Sephiroth Sword 57 storyline. So yes. Oh! Toa-san! Arigato! Arigato for the 50 Norwegian crowns, right? I'm pretty sure. It says, I think I'm gonna go with what's said on the screen. I think it said $5. $5.01 or something. Just so it's easier for the audience to have like one unified currency. I do know that the majority of my viewers are from the US, which is unfortunate. I wish it was Japan, but it makes sense because that is the West is my targeted audience for my videos. Well, arigato. I will be reading your message at the in about 15 minutes. Well, I will be reading all the super chat at the end of the stream. Arigato. Would you ever settle for a Korean waifu? No, I wouldn't. By the way, I remember watching a stream of your brother, Dave, playing a game called Maximo, I think, and it was quite entertaining. Will we ever see more of your brother on the channel? Dave, I don't really talk a lot with Dave. For those of you who are wondering, that's my twin brother, who owned this channel. He owned the Sephiroth Sword 57 channel before me. But it was called Dave Pretendo at the time. If you watch the old Chrono Trigger review, I mention his name and I thank him for letting me upload on his channel. But that video, well, I was going to make my own channel. Well, I had problems making my own channels because of, I think it was issues with how YouTube worked and Google. There was some weird thing going on that day. So he said, well, you can upload on my channel. And we just logged in and let me upload it. And that's how it got there. Well, I changed the name of it. I changed the name of the channel to Sephiroth Sword 57 later. Because he wasn't gonna upload any more videos. And he didn't do any streams or anything like that on the channel. That I don't think so. And he just gave me his channel pretty much. Konbanwa, Dan-san. Konbanwa to you too. Currently watching the Soul Society arc of Bleach. it's pretty sugoi right now. Yes, that is a great arc. That was at the time when I got really into Bleach. When I was reading it, it was so good. It was great. Will Dave ever make a cameo again, like the time he voiced Iga-san? Yes, that's right. He was the seiyuu for Iga-san in the Aria of Sorrow review that I did, which you should check out if you haven't. In fact, if you haven't checked out my old reviews, you should go and check out the Sephiroth Sword 57 timeline. The Sephiroth Sword 57 timeline playlist, which is on my channel, because then you will be able to watch the story from the beginning. I will be making an update on the official timeline for you swordlings to and explain what's going on, so that you know what's going on. It's Chef Daddy 57 still trapped in hell, aka a Western game. Well, from last I saw him, I'm pretty sure. Yes, he's still trapped in San Andreas. Unless I haven't checked it in a while, I don't know. Arigato, Vomi-san. Yes, for those of you swordlings who haven't watched the timeline, go and check it out so you can follow the story. And they're all in order, so it should be good. Is there a new Discord? I would love to be more involved with fellow swordlings. No, there is not. And I'm not gonna open an official Sephiroth Sword 57 Discord. It's just too much work. And right now I want to focus on the channel. But like I said before, if any of you swordlings want to create one, you can do that, and you can contact me if you have, and I will promote it for swordlings to join on Twitter, here on YouTube, and so on. It's up to you if you want to, because I know a lot of swordlings have been asking for it, and of course I will also be joining it to see what your swordlings are saying. Was Chef Daddy always evil, or was he molded by the influence of Western gaming? Well, there is actually, I can't talk too much about that, Kenny-kun. I have some plans actually to explain that, so I don't want to spoil it. But well, to answer your question, yes. It was because of of Western media, and there was other reasons why he turned out the way he did. There's an explanation for it that I can't say why. But you will have to wait and see. My theory is that Chef Daddy 57 is a spy sent by Nintendo to keep track of Chef-sama, because they are afraid of him revealing to the world that they are in cooperation with Yakuza. Actually, Chef Daddy 57 is not part of Nintendo. He is his own entity, so your theory is wrong there. He's separate. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil too much on it. It was amazing. It was amazing writing that Chef Daddy 57 ended up in San Andreas, maybe being around characters like himself, such as Carl Johnson, will teach him to behave. Oh yes, what the thing is, you will become similar to people that you interact and look up to. So the people are influenced, and sometimes you get influenced by bad people, especially when you're young. Now, I was lucky to have been influenced by Masashi Kishimoto and Nobuo Uematsu, Sakaguchi-san, and all the great Japanese creators. Akira Toriyama, obviously. So they had a very positive and just great influence on me as a person. Yes, I did. There's a lot I can go over there, but if you want to go through, I have a video where I go over my whole backstory, which is I think that's a very, for those of you interested about my past and my life growing up, I have a video on that. I believe I released that video right after I was on General Sam's podcast. I believe I released that video right around the same time as that video came out, or podcast. Seth-sama, I was wondering about your thoughts on the Persona series and a way to immerse myself in Japanese culture and living out the life of a Japanese student. Also, who is your favorite waifu? Well, that's a very broad question because there's so many good ones. But to answer your question about what I think about that's what I did when I played Persona 3. It was like a dream come true playing that game. And yes, you should. They showed you the everyday life of Japanese high school students and Japanese culture in general. You learn a lot from those games. Oh, arigato, Wami-san. Got to dip. Thank you for an amazing evening, Sephiroth Sword. You sure know how to satisfy a man. Well, Huskar-san. Have a good night. I guess evening, you did say that. Well, have a good evening. And I hope to see you on the next stream. Seth-sama, I have become a daimyoling on Patreon. Wow, really? Well, Shirivev-san, arigato. Arigato so much. That will definitely be helping out the channel. That is really sugoi. Arigato. Yes, for you swordlings who don't know, on the Patreon I have different tiers. You can become, well, a low-ranked swordling for $1. It's more of a tipping tier. I have also a super swordling tier, which is $5. I have the daimyoling tier, which is $100, and I will shout out your name at the end of videos. And of course, afterwards I have the organization Swordling member, which is $1,000. You can become that. You will be part of a secret organization that I'm part of, and we will be having secret meetings and talk about, well, plans for the future. And then I have, well, the one swordling tier, which is $10,000 a month, which is only for one swordling, the one swordling, and that will be my right hand man. That will be working alongside me, and yes, you will be the closest person in the swordling organization. To me, that is. So those are the tiers, for those of you who are interested. Anyway. Well, arigato for that. Very much appreciated. And also look, I will be making a little update on the Patreon itself. I'm gonna make a new welcome video for that, and a little bit more for you swordlings to enjoy. But you will learn about that a little bit later. Chef, you are collaborating with so many cool YouTube personalities. I cannot wait to see you in the new Speedo Sausage video. Oh, have a super sugoi day. Have that been where did you hear that from? I do know Speedo-san. I do. He's a swordling, and he's been here on the streams before. Speaking of Persona, you hear a lot of Baka Western ideas for new games. Do you have any improvements for that series? You hear a lot of Baka Western ideas for new games. Oh, you mean in the Persona series that they're Westerners? Improvements, but Persona is already perfect the way it is. You get to explore Japanese culture, and then the fact that you get to live a double life in those games, that's what's so interesting to me. So I am content with the way Persona and Atlus does the Persona games. What's your favorite what ramen flavor is your favorite? There we go. My favorite is right there. Let's see. That one. It's the melon flavored one. That's my favorite. It is really good. Oh, hold on. All right. Well, what is the time right now? Okay, so a few more minutes. I'm going to be streaming for 20 more minutes, and I'm gonna be reading the Supasha, the super chats, in a little bit. Now let's see here. Glad to have caught you streaming again, Seth Sensei. Well, I can't say your name. It's hard to pronounce, but arigato. Oh, you did ask a question later. That's right. Do you think that the Boruto anime is holding up the same quality as the original Naruto and Shippuden anime? It definitely is. It is really good. You should. I don't know why there's so many people complaining about it when you get more Naruto. and I don't understand. I guess they're just Westerners who just decides. Westerners do this a lot, and I'm sure you Swordlings have noticed this as well. A lot of Westerners, they like something and then they just decide not to like something all of a sudden, and it becomes like a trend to dislike something that they previously liked. Why do they do that? That's just a strange behavior. Let's see. Okay, my Swordlings. Let's go ahead and read the Supasha for this stream. Now, how do you check them out? I don't know how this works. I'm guessing you go into here, maybe? Supers, is that it? Yes, there we go. Okay. Yes. So. How do I read them? There we go. Okay. So, for Dr. Hensi-san, arigato for the orange Supasha. Let's make 2023 the year of Seth-sama. Yes, that is exactly what I had. What my plan is, and of course, going into this new year. I would appreciate your Swordling support, whether just you're watching the videos or through Patreon or sharing the videos and interacting with me on Twitter, spreading the word. Any kind of support I very much appreciate. So, with this year going forward, I would need your Swordling support. For the new videos coming up. Make sure to watch the videos and like them so that they show up in the recommended, so we can get more potential Swordlings. And then I got Kisan, who who donated, who left a Supasha with Team Tifa. Which was my reward for getting that one right. Well, arigato for the Supasha. Toa-san, have you seen or read Karese Kanoko no Jijo? I think the soundtrack is amazing. Can you put on this track, please? Oh, I can't. That's right. That's the thing. I can't do that, and mostly because they're copyrighted music. But I agree, the soundtrack is really amazing. I have read a little bit of it. Like I said before, I usually check out stuff that I'm interested in and see what it's all about. And a lot of them are really interesting. And I don't remember that one being interesting. And I have heard the soundtrack. And like I said, I can't add it because of, the copyright. The whole stream will be copyrighted, and that won't be any good. But arigato for the Supasha. Me and my Swordling buddy is watching it together. Oh, that's really great. Well, I should give the anime a look at, because I haven't watched it at all. But yes, it sounds good. Giffy-san, ohayo. Yokoso. Uh, the stream will be ending in 12 minutes. Just for you to your swordlings know. These streams will be around 2 hours. And okay, now that I've gone through the Tsubasa, let me go over a bit of a loose schedule, I would say, for the Sephiroth Sword 57 channel. My plans for the future is to be able to release 2 videos a month. Whether they released close to each other or a little bit further apart, that depends. It depends on the video and how much time is needed for it, but you can at least expect 1 video a month that is a review or something similar. At least. There will be one or 2 YouTube shorts every week that you can watch. And interesting enough, they've gotten a lot of views compared to my other videos, which is to be expected. Of course, they are just clips from older videos, but they're there to gain more interest in the Sephiroth Sword 57 brand and the Sephiroth Sword 57 channel and gain more swordlings. If they can get to see funny moments or interesting moments from the channel, it will bring in more swordlings. And since I released the last 2 YouTube shorts, I've gotten 7 swordlings since then. 7 new subscribers from those videos alone, which is very impressive. So that's what's going on. 1 or 2 YouTube shorts a week. Sometimes there's 2, sometimes there will be 1. This will also keep the channel a little busier, so there's stuff happening. And when it comes to long form content, arigato for the subscription. Give it some. And of course, yes, subscribe to the channel right now if you've enjoyed the stream. You can also become a member if you want to. Now, my question here is this. YouTube has now changed. They changed the way that streaming worked. For those of you who don't know, I do streams over on Twitch. The reason why I moved over to Twitch from YouTube is that before, when I streamed on YouTube, it made it so that every stream became a video on the channel, and there would be a ton of streams just in my video tab, and it would also mess up the algorithm would mess up the channel and make it so that people weren't notified when videos came out and stuff. It was a really big mess. But now they have a separate tab just for streams alone, and it won't be part of the normal videos. So here's my question to you swordlings, for those of you who are here right now. Should I keep streaming on Twitch or should I be streaming on YouTube? There's benefits for both. I'm already established on Twitch, but YouTube, it will be that you can watch every Sephiroth Sword 57 video content in one place. YouTube, there's 2 for YouTube. I am unsure. I prefer culture on YouTube. Well, that's another YouTube. Because the Switch is very easy to do. I mean, I already have it right here. We are talking right now on the YouTube channel, and setting it up was so much easier than it was before when I streamed on YouTube. And they fixed everything. And I also heard that there are actually Twitch streamers moving on to YouTube. Which is interesting. I don't know why. I don't really know much about why, but they've just said I'm tired of Twitch and they moved to YouTube. Well, I didn't have an issue with YouTube before, other than the whole channel thing. YouTube have discoverability. It depends on whether stream recommendations would mess up your metrics. Well, no, it wouldn't, because I would be only doing streams twice a month, so it wouldn't be a ton of streams. It would be like this: 2-hour streams a month, pretty much. Moderating on YouTube is a bit simpler, but it's your prerogative. I see. YouTube. Well, I see most of the hardcore swordlings right here seem to prefer YouTube, which is well, that's good. That's good to know. I usually get the same amount of viewers on Twitch that I get on YouTube, so that's not too much of a difference for me personally. I prefer Twitch personally, but I'm fine watching on YouTube. Yeah, okay, that's good. You also get the schedule. The YouTube schedule, where you set up the schedule for the stream, is so much better. I can say that, definitely. And I can do it for a week. I can set it up a week before or the day before. Like this stream, I did exactly 24 hours before the stream. I set it up. So, yes. What's your favorite aspect of Japanese females? Well, first off, they're very kawaii. They are the most beautiful people on the planet, I would say. They're respectful. They are not overly opinionated. Well, like Westerners are. They are just great overall. YouTube just sucks, though. Why? Why does YouTube suck? I have had a good experience on YouTube as a YouTuber. That's why I thought, maybe YouTube would. I have a hard time noticing when YouTube streamers go live is all. Oh, okay. Well, have you clicked the bell, the notification bell on the channel? You can do that right next to the subscribe button, and then you get notified whenever there's a new video, or when a stream has been scheduled and is gonna go live. I will still keep my Twitch channel, and I might actually go in between them, stream on Twitch maybe one day and on YouTube. You were not belled up. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Yes, it's a very strange thing that YouTube do. When you subscribe to a channel, why do you have to click a bell as well? Shouldn't that already be part of subscribing? That's what I think. Do you have a Nico Nico account? I have, but I've only uploaded one video, and I think you know which one it is. My one Japanese video. I haven't checked it in a long time. I don't know if it has gotten any views since then. Maybe it has. Before you... Oh, wait, yes. Could you wish Ki-chan get well for me? She is feeling a bit sick, and I know a hello from you would give her the energy to get well again. Oh, Ki-chan. Well, arigato for supporting the channel, and I hope that you are get well soon. Daijoubu, you're gonna be fine, and Gambare, you can get through it. Oh, yes. Just as a reminder for your sorties, before I go, be sure to subscribe and click the like button as well on the stream to help it out, to help the channel out. Also, click the bell if you haven't, because you will be notified of future streams and videos. Hello Sef-sama, do you have any social media other than YouTube? Yes, I am also on Twitter. I have, you can go to my Twitter at Sephiroth_Sword_ is my handle on Twitter. Oh, there we go, Wami-san. That's very quick. Arigato. Gambarimasu. Don't worry, Ki-san. Hope you get well soon. Sef-sama, you have streamed for so long it's almost Sunday. Yes, that's right, and we're gonna be going... Well, it is 1 more minute, so... Let's go 1 more minute before I end the stream. But my swordlings, this has been great. What a great comeback on streaming on YouTube. It's been really great. The chat works really well. Streaming in general right now has been really fun. For the next stream, I'm thinking about having a couple of plans for the next stream. This was more of a relax, celebrating the new video and the new year coming back. It was a good time, and I'm sure you swordlings enjoyed it as well. And yes, just so you know, new videos, 2 videos a month is the goal. At least one YouTube Shorts every week, and 2 streams a month is the plan. And with that, I will be signing off, my swordlings. This was a great stream, and I had a great time. And I hope that you swordlings have a good night, evening, morning, or day. Moshi mosh!